and plunder. And I did have one person correctly guess that this is Blackbeard, though his beard is kind of short right now. But yeah, that's Blackbeard, and this is Ben Hornigold, of course.
Morning, Kenway. Not a bad-looking tinderbox you got there.
You sound a bit green, Hornigold. Is it envy? Because mine's bigger than yours.
No, I reckon it's this Jamaican funk. The Spanish stuff. So, you've got yourself a fancy brig now. Fine. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to sail her right. And how to take a prize the proper way. Thatch, we'll catch you up at the old fishing village. Aye.
I love the characters. I love all the characters. Except, ironically, the main protagonist in the main world that you play as, because there isn't really a main protagonist that you play as in the modern era.
Keeps me alert.
Let's make some headway, shall we?
I've no need for schooling. How many prizes did we take together as privateers?
There's a chasm of difference between joining a raid and captaining one. We're looking out for merchants, boys! Them that's fat with cargo. Find us a schooner with that spyglass, Kenway.
That's a gunboat, which is basically a cutter. And there's the schooner over there. I can see it. We fought a couple of schooners last episode, actually.
Take out your glass, Kenway.
Yeah. No, they're not. I can see them right there. He's right there.
There's a prize
Look at
worth
that.
taking.
Good. Take us in close. After you subdue a prize, project authority. Demand respect that you would never give yourself. This weaves a spell over soft minds. For your victims must always have in the back of their minds the uneasy idea that you could snap at any moment and unseam them from prick to sternum.
Yeah, so there's the different weapon classes, which I explained before. You have the chain shot in the front here. You have normal broadside cannons on the left and right. And you have the fire barrels on the back side there.
It's no fun fishing cargo out of the sea.
Ooh, that's a fortress over there. I don't want to deal with that right now. We'll get the fortresses later. For the moment... Oh, by the way, it does kind of hurt you to ram, but eventually you can actually put a proper ram on the front of your ship. So right now we don't have that, so it's not ideal to ram, but that is an option eventually. So this is just like what we did last episode here. You have to get on the swivel gun. Well, you don't have to get on the swivel gun. You can totally ignore this part if you wanted. There we go. And then I need to kill 2 more. There's one, and there's another. Ta-da! Didn't even have to actually board it. That's pretty common with schooners. You have to get pretty unlucky for that not to work.
I am Captain Hornigold. This is my crew. We're safe like yourselves, but quite unalike in our purpose. For we intend to take all that you own. Yet no harm shall befall any man so long as he remains at ease. Is that clear?
No me mate, señor. Tengo familia. Se lo suplico.
Anyone speak English? English?
Little bit.
Tell your friends we're stealing your goods, and we won't hurt nobody if everyone stays as still as a sandbar. You got that?
Please to repeat.
Oh, for God's sake. Lock them in the hold, and take everything that isn't nailed down.
I love that. That's a funny little cutscene. Alright, we're gonna just repair my ship because it's the only option I have.
Half a dozen scores of that size and you'll be set for a year. And then sell this cargo and fix up your jackdaw.
Don't have a lot of cannons right now.
I'm looking for a prize that'll set me up for life. I'll be king of the West Indies then.
We came to Nassau to get away from the likes of kings.
Well, I'll be a man of property and promise anyway.
Jesus, let that dream go, lad. Nassau is the place to be, not England.
Do you ever dream of the big score? A ship so full of gold and silver, you just split it and sail home.
Sure, but it's only a dream. Every man hopes to find a dozen chests of gold with no owners. They're as rare as an honest.
Can't aim the swivel gun very far forward, which makes this difficult sometimes. As you can see, having a bit of trouble here. I would love to hit the wheel and kill these other 3 guys that are here. Ah, I got 2 of them. Well, almost. Almost did it. Let's see if this guy was paying attention. Yeah, he was paying attention enough to not get aerial assassinated. But, you know, when it's just 2v1, Edward wins hands down. There is not really a competition there at that point. And again, all we can do right now is repair. So we'll do it. Okay, now we're gonna go and see. Oh, we're gonna get this dialogue again.
Now let's sell this
Well,
cargo and fix up your jackdaw with a few more trinkets.
Sorta, yeah. I'm looking for a prize that'll set me up for life. I'll be king of the West Indies then.
We came to Nassau to get away from the likes of kings.
Well, I'll be a man of property.
Let that dream go, lad.
Ooh, that's not
Nassau
gonna
is
work.
the place to be.
Gotta go this way.
Not England.
Do you ever dream of the big score? A ship so full of gold and silver, you just split it and sail home.
Sure, but it's only a dream. Every man hopes to find a dozen chests of gold with no owners. They're as rare as an honest king.
And so we're gonna go and he's gonna kind of tell us about, or well, the game is gonna tell us a little bit about upgrading the ship, which I've already kind of mentioned, notably with the ram. So you'll notice the front of our ship is just, well, but we can actually get like a ram on the front. We can upgrade the hull armor. We can get more broadside cannons. You can see lots of little square holes that are boarded up right now. A lot of those, pretty much all of them, will end up becoming gun ports eventually.
Storm, Captain! Looks bad!
Oh boy, a storm. And the wind is really not favoring our situation right now. Come on. This darn gust of wind is not helping. Here we go. Ah, boy. And as you can see, there are quite some long distances you have to sail here, and this is not even that far. So we've only gone from, we were like up here-ish. No, we were like up here. Yeah, because there's that sandbar we had to go around. So we were like up here, and we're going down to there, and that's about 4,000 meters, or 4 kilometers. And if you look at the rest of the map, yeah, it's pretty big. There's a lot to go. There is a lot to see and do here, so I'm debating sinking this schooner for the rum and sugar, but I don't think I need it that badly. Rum and sugar is only really good for selling, and I'm not, you know, terribly desperate for money at this point. Let's get some shanties from the crew here. Let's see if there's a different one. I like some of these, and some of them are just kind of meh. Something's pretty obvious about most of these shanties is that they were definitely, well, obviously they were recorded in like a studio and like all that stuff, but it kind of, it's more obvious for some of them, but it kind of takes away from the immersion of hearing like a pirate crew singing it. And there's certain singers in some of these shanties that you can tell are actually like incredibly good singers, and they just seem out of place for a pirate crew. But, at least you get some pretty good music along the way to your destination. This one sounds pretty good for a pirate. These are civilian ships, so we don't want to hit them.
Let's get moving! Reef in all top! Keys off the wind! Hauling all sail!
That one that was going there was actually one of my favorites. But sadly we must dock and get a move on here. This guy actually came out for free on Uplay on the PC a little while ago, and I went ahead and downloaded it just because it was free. You know, why not? It's only temporarily free, so you know, of course I'm going to download it just because. Didn't know that my laptop would be able to play it, barely. But I mean, when I'm like running around on the ground and everything, it's fine. It only really starts to get to bad frames like 10 when, you know, it's a ship battle and there's a whole bunch going on. That's when it gets bad. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, it works pretty well on my laptop, honestly, and I can connect my Xbox controller via Bluetooth. So
Nassau will be the first city where men and women may live as God made them, easy and free. All it takes is a few drops of blood, sweat, and a swatch of cloth.
We fly no colors out here. Praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms. This one's yours. Fly it proud.
I will.
A hand over the docket, I lend ye. If we're to keep our republic afloat, we'll need guns as well as gold.
That means attacking the Navy.
So long as they're flying King Philip's colors will not offend our own monarch.
alrighty then. Now we get into the interesting combat.
As you've likely seen, the number of merchants roving these waters is 70 the number of military ships.
Aye, easy purchase, but in small doses.
Right. So to lure the Navy out of hiding, it's best to cause a bit of mischief.
Catch a few small fish to attract the big ones.
That's right.
And here's a proper tutorial on the spyglass. There we go.
Pillage as you see fit, Captain Kenway. Good eye, man. Are you ready for this, Kenway? She won't go down without...
Now what was my side objective there? Plunder 30 sugar, which we already have, so I don't have to do this guy. But you know what? I will, because I want to raise my wanted level here. There we go. You don't have to aim, by the way. So like if I fire to this side without left trigger, you can just like blank, you know, point blank fire, just like perfectly horizontally, basically. But that will have implications later. There's another weapon type we'll get that utilizes that. Whoops, bad shot. Well, still got two people. Just didn't go where I intended it to. And you can see sometimes there's orange powder barrels on the decks, and if you land a swivel shot near those, they'll blow up and kill a whole bunch of people around them. Which is useful. So we're only doing this to kind of raise my wanted level a little bit. Just the little crossed swords you can see above my health bar there. And because one of our side objectives is to plunder a hunter ship. And to get a hunter ship after us, we have to actually... well, like they were talking about, tick off the Navy. Navy. We have to make them angry. So let's head for that brig. And you'll also notice that we need 70 metal, and conveniently, or inconveniently, depending on how you look at it, that brig only has 65. I've not seen... I've played through this part of the game quite a few times, and I've not seen one brig with exactly 70 metal on it. So you either have to get lucky, You have to find a metal in it. But you'll probably have to do it with 2 ships. This is another one of my favorites. The shanties. But of course, they stop when we start the battle. Oh wait, I don't have a ram. Oh, I'm so used to having a ram.
We're ready, sir! Selves exposed! Make it back up! Give the order, sir! Lots of mine there, she's scuttled! Almost ready, sir! They're fearful tag to us, sir!
Awesome pirate music in the background. Whoops. Got hit by the ram a little bit there. Low pace, most of the fights are going to end up being in the ham. This is just because we have so few weapons and do so little damage. That's more health than we did. You can see that ram was hurting pretty bad too. Alright, now we need to kill 10 crews, members. So, I have a barrel right there. You can see I just got 3 with 1 shot that time. And the idea is basically to go for pairs, always. That's a good way to do it. You can do, oh my god, I got 4 with a single shot there. That's pretty awesome. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna need 1 kill here. Yep, got him. That's the captain up there. I think we fought a captain or an officer. But if not, we will eventually. Don't you worry about that. We will have to fight a captain sooner or later. Let's go ahead and repair the ship again. There's some of the metal that we need. Gonna need a little bit more though before we're ready to proceed. And let's see. Oh, achievement. All aboard. Board a ship without losing any crew members. And okay, now we need to be looking out for more brigs. That looks like a brig. Judging by the size of the sails and everything. Yep, that's definitely a brig. More metal. Nice. Hopefully that will be enough to bring out a pirate hunter, who's not necessarily the Navy. They're just like bounty hunters, basically. So it's kind of odd that they describe it as the Navy, because these are supposed to be the Navy, the brigs, but the ships that will come after you when you get a wanted level are just hunters. They're pirate hunters, bounty hunters, basically. Ow! Okay, didn't actually take any damage. You can see that there's a lot of smoke. Now, what's interesting is because of the first bunch of, the first while that I played this, and in fact the only save where I've actually finished the game was on my 360, you don't get all of these smoke particles in the 360. It's way less quality in the graphics department, and yeah, you don't get that on the 360 at all. And whoops, a little low, but still opened up a weak spot. There we go. Boom. Piece of cake. I don't think they hardly did anything to us. I think we might be missing a few pixels of health, but other than that, I think we're good. That went a lot smoother than the other one. Need this swivel gun. Let's see, there's a barrel on that side over there you can see. There's 1 kill. There's another. Gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna actually pull this off this time. There's a barrel back there. Missed it. Still missed it. Come on. There we go. Alright, we got 5 out of 10. There's a lot of different ways to get over to the opposing ship. You could jump in the water and swim around to the other side. You cannot swim under a ship, unfortunately. That would be cool, but no. You could do what I just did there and jump across. You could just swing across. You could, here, when we plunder the hunter ship, that can indeed start getting to fight larger and larger ships that are like way taller above the water than yours is. So, let's see here.
That was a rumble, by God. How do we fare?
Okay.
Now I think it's time to lay low and bribe our way back into secrecy.
Agreed. So, how do we get rid of this notoriety we've stirred up?
Money, my boy. A well-placed bribe to the right government official will see the military off your tail.
Right, let's do that. I'll need to meet these good Samaritans at some point.
Smart thinking.
But first, we're gonna kill this pirate hunter. So pirate hunters always have the cross swords above them, and they always have red sails. Now this is a brig, but as you'll definitely notice that the crew are not just navy. They don't really. These guys themselves are kind of pirates. No, I don't want to ram. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's hard to see. I like how they're consistently trying to turn to get a ramming angle on us. Nope. Oh, the speed's not what I want. I want to drop barrels. There we go. You can blow up your own barrels, like so, with the swivel gun to kind of do some damage. That was not an excellent shot, but it did damage their sails a little bit more. And so the chain shot doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does have a lot of stun ability, and you don't necessarily have to, you know, clothesline the masts as you would have in real life. You can just hit the hole and it'll still do a lot of stun damage. I keep forgetting I don't have a ram. The ram is one of the first things I want to get. Not because, like, the first version of the ram you get is not, you know, especially powerful, but just so that I can ram things without having to worry about taking a ton of unnecessary damage. Alright, so we're going to kill those two standing next to each other, making out over there, whatever they're doing. Blow up that barrel, or not. Let's try it again. There we go. Let's see, there's that guy. I killed the captain. As you can see, these guys are a pirate crew, just like we are. So it's kind of odd that they would refer to them as the Navy. So another cool tactic of getting to the enemy ships, if you come onto these white, you know, cloth covered crates here, you can, like, jump up here. There's another rope you can use here, swing in from above, like this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You could also, we'll see a whole bunch of boarding in a lot of different ways as we go through the game. You can also, like, if you see the actual, you know, the thicker supporting ropes and everything, you can just, like, free run across those and everything. So there's a lot of different ways to approach these boarding situations. And the larger the ship, the more crew you'll have to kill, and eventually you'll start getting, like, other secondary objectives. Well, so.
We now have the materials required to make the ship stronger, sir.
We'll do that. Just, you know, in a minute here. Gotta get back over there and finish our primary objective. So this has pretty much been the game's tutorial on combat, ship combat, that is, plundering ships, looting cargo, and to a lesser degree, how to upgrade your ship as well. And we're just gonna head back in here, slow down and dock, and here we go. We gotta go this way. We gotta, might as well just free run across these if I can. Alright, I don't know what happened there. Sorry, sir.
Hey, friend. Want to go
Hello.
to profile?
So we just press B to bribe them. That only costs 200. I believe it costs more if you are more wanted. You know, that makes sense, of course. So let's see. Oh, can I get back on the boat this way? I can. And now they're going to kind of show you the captain's quarters. Buy upgrades for your ship, such as them. More broadsea. It's going to be 150s. Now we're up to 10. Next upgrade will be 13, and eventually you can have up to 23 cannons per side, which is just awesome. Now I'm curious here, what do I need? Ooh, 200 wood and 100 metal. You can also change the appearance of the Jackdaw. Things like the sails and the figurehead and the wheel, I think, are the three things you can change. And there's a few different options, but I almost always just leave it as the base stuff because I think the rest of these are kind of, you know. Yeah, so I just tend to. And then there's of course throwbacks to old games like this. The Aquila from Assassin's Creed 3. We have some of these other ones already, like the Diamond Sails and the Russians figurehead. So, yeah. There we go. So that's the captain's quarters. This table in the middle will be something else later, but, oh well, quite a bit later. So, ta-da! We have more cannons. I hope I get the ram pretty soon.
You're a wonder, Kenway.
It ain't work if you love it.
It's hard.
But I ain't doing this forever, lads. Only until I...
Isn't you tripe? So, have anybody you wanted here and now?
50 goals for you gents. And here I thought I'd be of scoundrel. Fine purchase today. What's the crew's mood?
All smiles and no teeth. And there's a few talking about meeting with Master Kid to steal plantation.
Plantation? That's ambitious.
Profitable too, if we can manage it.
Aye, it's a good idea.
That will be waiting until next time, though, because holy crap, that's I know that mission. That mission takes a little while. Well, in the meantime, then, what we will do is we will go and plunder a ship or two with the remaining minute that we got here. Hopefully something with a good amount of wood or metal. I'm not too worried about cloth. Cloth has incredibly limited use. And it's a crying shame that it ain't worth more because you get so much cloth all the time and you just don't need that much of it. But it doesn't sell for hardly anything, so... Fog. Can't see anything. Let's see, we should be capable of finding brigs in this area. Oh wait, that looks like a brig over there. Guy, that way? Oh yeah! Yeah, that's a brig. Let's go over there. He's more likely to have metal. In fact, I don't remember the last time I saw a schooner with metal. Aha! Hello there, sir. And... wait until we're, like, up next to it.
We're ready, sir! Fire! That's a good shocker crippler! Fire, sir! Take the shot,
I cannot see. So many smoke effects. Let me know what you guys think about me farming some materials like right now. We're going to be attempting to do that. And it's something, I mean, gonna get repetitive. But let me know what you guys think about that. Should I leave most of those on camera? Or should I do a lot of it off camera? So that we don't spend a whole ton of time doing it here. Now, because we're at about the time limit, I would normally just sink this guy and end the episode, but he has 6 metal, and if I sink him, I only get half of that, so that's my incentive to really actually go for this guy as such, like with the proper boarding and everything. There we go. Oh. And I think I'm probably gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to get over there and get a few more. That last shot did go where I wanted it, but it didn't kill as many people as I wanted it to. If you press A twice on these guys, you can break their defense. The first one does that, the second one trips, and then you can press X to just like insta-kill him. Then you can do stuff like that to get the last couple of kills. That works even better when you have big fancy pistols that do a lot more damage. And we'll just go ahead and repair the ship, I guess. Alright. Well, with that successful boarding, I think we'll be good for this episode of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next one.